Our noise and our voices weren't quite loud enough because they went in the House today and overwhelmingly passed that new bill called CISPA. Which means that that's just one more bill we're going to have to repeal whenever we get the chance. Along with the Patriot Act, of course. Of course, the National Defense Authorization Act, that's an atrocious piece of legislation. That's the one that legalizes, with concurrence with the Congress, for the U.S. military to arrest American suspect. American citizens are only suspect and arrested by the military and put them in prison and no attorney authorized in secrecy. That bill should be very high on the list for repeal as well. A couple of weeks ago, the President renewed a bill called the Defense Production Act, which has been sitting around for a long time, and it means that in a time of national emergency, war going on, the President has the authority, of course, to declare, a total ownership of all businesses and all financial institutions. What the President did by executive order, he added the phrase, during peacetime as well. So you say, is that the law of the land? Well, not technically. If we had a good court system, it would be unconstitutional. How can the President legislate like that? Only the Congress can legislate. I am of the firm conviction that a constitutional president, if in charge, even though the executive orders would be very limited to those functions which were expressly authorized by the Constitution, I am convinced that it would be proper to use the executive order to repeal all other illegal executive orders. But that's what this revolution is all about, is to revive the true spirit of liberty and reverse the trends of the past 100 years, change our foreign policy, change our monetary policy, and change the spending habits and the deficits that have run us into this horrendous financial crisis. This can be done simply by sending only people to Washington who are certified and capable of reading the Constitution and who believe it when they take the oath of office. We got into this trouble because of the careless interpretation of the Constitution, the Interstate Commerce Clause, the General Welfare Clause, the not reading and caring about Article 1, Section 8, not caring about the 9th and 10th Amendment. It wouldn't be that difficult. We don't have to invent anything new. We just need men and women of integrity that will take their oath of office seriously. If we got into this mess by not following the law book, all we need is to follow the law book. Follow the Constitution. We'll get out of this mess. And the one thing I am absolutely convinced, that regardless of what happens next week, next month, or November, this spirit, the spirit of this revolution, is not going away. Confirms the fact that an idea whose time has come cannot be destroyed by armies or governments. It's too pervasive, and we still have tools to spread the message. But just think how much could be solved for the country and you personally if we just had a sensible economy where you could get a good job. That would solve a heck of a lot of our problems. It ends up with the satisfaction that we have taken care of ourselves, because there are a lot of people who have a lot of wealth and they aren't all that happy because they don't have this sense of satisfaction. That sense of satisfaction only can come from a free society that protects your freedom to run your life, be creative, and to assume responsibility for you and your family. This should be the goal. This is the way to achieve peace and prosperity. Thank you.